Welcome to 15 Minutes with Dad, the podcast that gives you 15 minutes of inspiration, practical advice, and heartfelt conversations to empower your journey in fatherhood. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, a dynamic career visual and performing artist, professional data system director, and an author who's been a dad longer than any of those titles, proudly guiding a blended family of 4. And here we dive into transformational strategies, real life stories, and actionable tips that helps you navigate the challenges of family life and divorce, all while growing into the best version of yourself. Whether you're looking to boost your emotional resilience, redefine your role as a father, or simply find balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place. So get ready to transform your fatherhood journey 1 minute at a time. Now let's get started. Welcome back to another episode of 15 Minutes with Dad, the podcast where we talk about showing up, growing up, and leveling up as fathers in real life. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, and today's episode, we're tackling a topic that hits hard for a lot of us, the provider trap, like redefining success beyond the paycheck. Like most of us, we're raised to believe that if we're not bringing home the money, we're not doing our job as men. We've heard it, felt it, even judged ourselves by it. You got to provide. Your worth is tied to your wallet. If you're not working, what good are you? But here's the truth. You are more than a paycheck. Today, we're going to unpack that. Why this provider mindset can become a trap, how to redefine success as a father, and 4 ways to lead your family with purpose, even if money is tight. And I'm going to go into how Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy challenges us to lead with presence, not pressure. Let's go deeper. Now let's call out the elephant in the room, right? We tie our identity to our income. When we feel broke, we feel broken. When we lose a job, we lose our confidence. When we can't give our kids everything, we question our worth. But here's what our kids really need: emotional presence, stability and love, not just lifestyle. A father who shows up and not just pays up. So providing is important. Don't get me wrong, but it's not everything. Like, I once spent so much time trying to create a better life for my family that I wasn't actually living life with them. I was there in body, but my mind was on work, bills, and building. What I didn't realize was they needed me more than they needed more. Let me say that again. They needed me more than they needed more. And all throughout my life, I was made to live on this concept of like, your woman's happy when you're making money, when you're providing. I think that there is a sense of stability that comes from that. And I had this conversation with my girlfriend, even when we first started dating, and when I asked her, what does she want a man? First word she said was a provider. And to some women, is very valuable. That's the thing that they probably seek because it brings some form of stability. No one wants to live with someone in instability. So let's be upfront with it. Providing is important, but it's not everything. So in the book, Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy, he reminds us that the true measure of greatness isn't in what you have. It's in who you are under pressure. So success as a father isn't about providing more. It's about being more emotionally available, more consistent, and more aligned with your values, and more rooted in presence instead of pressure. When we're focused on only chasing money, we lose connection. When we're focused on legacy and leadership, we bring the best of who we are into our homes, whether we're up or down financially. I know that there are people out there that would tell a story about their dad when they were down in their luck, and their dad created the most amazing memories during that time when they were down on their luck. That meat as a person, that core concept as a person, that even no matter whether it's good or bad, you still are aligned in a way that your family will feel your presence even when it's in the bad times. And they're down to stand with you and do whatever it is that dad says, because whether we're up or whether we're down, we know that dad got us emotionally, psychologically, on all these other fronts. Now, let me give you 4 shifts that you can make today that will change the way you lead your family. Number 1, lead with presence, not just provision. Why does that matter? Being physically and emotionally available leaves a lasting impact. You can buy so many things for your kids, and I can guarantee it by 30 days after, they're going to be wanting something new and they're going to forget what you spent your money on. You work hard for your money. You do, so if your identity is tied into your money, you're like, yo, I just bought you this, and you being ungrateful. That's because it doesn't make a lasting impact. They're going to forget about whatever you buy them literally 30 days after. I kind of timed it at 30 days at this point, that if it's not something that my kids will like at 30 days after, I don't buy it. I just say no, because we're going to do something different. We're going to do something that's going to be longer lasting, more impactful, something that we'll enjoy. Then the second one, celebrate what you do, not just what you earn. And I know there's these words that some parents say, and I caught myself, saying it at different times throughout my life as a dad. I'll, say, hey, you being ungrateful because I'm out here working long hours trying to make this money so I can make this happen and do this thing for you and all this stuff. Like, that crap don't matter. Like, kids don't care about it. It just makes them feel guilty, but they are not tied to what you just said. They don't care how much money you earn. Like, yes, kids like things. Your wife likes things. Your girlfriend likes things. But at the end of the day, like, as a man, it is important that you have a foundation that money doesn't make our family. Money is what we use to enjoy our lives, but we are quality people, right? And so celebrating what you do and not just what you earn matters, because your effort, your time, your patience, and love are valuable, even if they don't come with the paycheck. So let's try and make a list of 5 ways that you've contributed to your family this week that had nothing to do with money. 5 things. And I can guarantee it, let me tell you this outright. Like, every time my kids open their mouth, or my girlfriend opens her mouth to say, hey, babe, or hey, dad, money is going out. But there is more in that. For me, something I did, I went and bought a gym, like a Smith machine. And I built out my garage. I painted it. I laid the floors. I built some storage shelves, the whole 9 yards, to make sure that my family can actually pour into themselves when, throughout the day or throughout the year for their goals that they want. Everybody has a health goal in my house, but we all made excuses on why it was hard to do that. So I brought the gym home. I needed it as well. I needed something convenient for me as well to work out a lot more often. So I brought the gym home. I made the investment. Everyone committed to using it. And I built this gym for my family. That's something that I feel like I contributed to my family. It cost me, but I feel like the word that I would say is, I would not say that I bought my family a gym. I'd be like, I built a gym inside of my garage, that in the house that we bought, so that my family can pour into themselves over time and reach their goals. Number 3, let's build emotional wealth. Why does that matter? A home full of peace, safety, and love is richer than any mansion that you can provide your family. What's good is a big home if it's tumultuous, if it's unstable. Like, ask your kids one feeling-based question this week and listen without trying to fix it. Just listen. They may fix it themselves. And the last one, set a purpose-based vision. Your family needs to know your presence they need your presence more than they need you to be perfect. And I say this almost every episode. Set a purpose-based vision for your family. And don't be afraid to delegate tasks on parts of your family because they're going to be invested because they know that there is a plan in place for them. When you have kids that are kind of going willy-nilly and trying to figure out their own path with you as a parent, that's because they don't believe in your vision. And you have to get commitment into your vision. But in order for there to be commitment to a vision, you have to have one. There was a time when I couldn't afford to do what I wanted to do for one of my kids on their birthday. Like I couldn't do a big trip, couldn't create a big party, but I planned a day full of presents. And during that day, we laughed, we cooked together, we watched old videos. And you know what they said at the end of that day? That was the best birthday ever. That moment reminded me that I was enough. Not because I did something huge, but because I showed up on purpose. And those moments of reliving time in our life or playing games together, we get to sit there and engage with one another and talk about really cool things that we all enjoy and learn each other better and better. It's like a team. You're learning your team and building rapport better and stronger. So today, we dismantle the lie that says your worth is in your wallet. We're choosing a new definition of success, one rooted in presence, not in pressure, one that builds emotional wealth, and one where leadership starts inside, not in your bank account. So here's your challenge. Take 15 minutes this week to lead with presence. Ask your kid a real question, sit in their space, laugh without distraction. Be there. Remind yourself you are enough even when you don't feel like it. Next week, we're talking about something we don't talk about enough. Fatherhood and mental health. Giving yourself permission to heal. Until next time, lead with your presence, not your paycheck. Your kids will remember the moments and not the money. And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram, Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration, camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scene peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad. So tap in for that, engage with the community, and you will be featured on our show. Each week we will do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.